Janice retired with $1,141,638 just from a $15,000 investment she made as an intern when she was 18 years old. Allan Ryan here, and today we're going to talk about the Rule of 72, a way to visualize and understand compounding interest. I would appreciate it if you could smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Before we can talk about the Rule of 72, we need to talk about compounding interest, as the principle of the Rule of 72 is built entirely upon compounding interest. Compounding interest is a snowballing effect that occurs when your money grows faster over time due to the interest adding back onto your original principal and then that money gaining more interest. The snowball effect is easy to visualize: a small snowball rolling down a hill and growing to a large sum at the bottom of the hill. The snowball is your money, and the length of the hill is the amount of time that your money has to compound. The longer the hill, the larger the snowball. Similarly, the longer the time that your money has to be invested, the larger the sum of the money at the end. Something I would like to point out is the snowball, or our money, grows exponentially, meaning it grows faster with time, meaning it increases at an ever-increasing rate with time. Our brains are hardwired to think linearly, which is why it can be difficult for us to conceptualize compounding interest. But don't worry, we have the Rule of 72 to help us figure this all out. So Janice made that $15,000 in her internship. We want to know how much will that $15,000 turn into after compounding at some rate of return over some period of time. VTSAX has an average rate of return of about 9.55%. So to be conservative, let's call it 9%. And Janice did that internship when she was 18 years old. Let's assume that she never did anything the rest of her life. She pretty much was a freeloader and lived with her parents and decided at 68 years old she was going to check up on that account that she put that $15,000 into. She basically forgot about the $15,000 and she went back to check up on it when she was 68 years old. We want to know what that $15,000 turns into after compounding at a 9% rate of return for 50 years. The first thing we need to determine is the doubling time of her money. Using the Rule of 72, the 72 divided by 9% in VTSAX, which is 8 years. So it takes 8 years for her to achieve a doubling. Now we should determine how many doublings occurred in that period of time. To calculate that, it's just the number of years times the rate of return divided by 72. So for Janice, that's 50 years times 9% rate of return divided by 72, which is 6.25. Now let's put this all together to see how much money she has at 68 years old. 15,000 times 2 to the 6.25 is equal to $1,141,638. And this is assuming she doesn't invest any money along the way. She's a freeloader. She's just sitting around letting her parents pay for everything, and she is a millionaire. Please play around with these numbers. This helps to reveal that even little sums of money have the potential to grow into great sums with the power of compounding interest. And that lets us conduct thought experiments for Janice. So in the case of that $5 mocha almond frap she buys every Tuesday, that's actually costing her $380.50 due to the loss of compounding interest. That can have profound effects on your savings, and when you think about your expenses in terms of compounding interest and loss of compounding interest, this will help you make better choices about saving your money and allowing that money to grow and develop into compounding returns by the time you retire. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope this has inspired you to pinch your pennies a little tighter so you can live financially free and hopefully even retire early.